Uh, Roll number 48.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please read the biota.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, it is with a great pleasure I would like to introduce our today's eminent speaker of the morning session, Dr. AJIT THETE, sir. Sir is basically a civil engineer and he has qualified ME, Masters of Technical Education, and then MBA, followed by a PhD, and he is also the fellow of Institution of Engineers. Dr. AJIT THETE, sir, is presently the director of First Foundation, an education consulting and services company, and he is also the director of Center for Development of Leadership in Education. Sir is a member of several professional bodies. He has more than 40 years of experience in teaching, administration, and mentorship for various reputed educational institutions on quality standards. At present, Sir is working for various eminent universities and institutes across India with regard to faculty development programs, curriculum development, and other quality-driven projects. To mention a few, he works with Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, HRDC, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, Symbiosis University of Applied Sciences, Indore, Indira Gandhi Institute of Developmental Research, a deemed university from Mumbai, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and also with our university, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Marathwada University. And he's recently involved in few projects which are worth mentioning. A 5G technology skill requirement for industries coming under Marathwada Chamber of Industries and Agriculture, Aurangabad. And he's also working with the German Agency for International Cooperations on training need assessment of industries in Marathwada and surrounding agencies. Sir has developed and authored the unique document of a quality learning system that is being used for the last 21 years across 1,000+ institutes in the state of Maharashtra. He has authored 5 books, and he is the first author in India to write a book on outcome-based education for higher education. Sir has also served as the Joint Director of Technical Education in the Department of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra. He has also served as occupied various coveted positions in the Department of Civil Engineering in reputed institutions. To his credit, Sir has published 126 research papers, and he has traveled across Asian and European countries for academic purposes. Sir has also worked as a member of the task group, Department of Science and Technology, and he has served as the chairman of Strategic Planning, Technical Education, DST Jharkhand. Sir is currently working on different committees and statutory bodies of Government of India and Maharashtra, such as member CSR Committee on Teacher Education, Government of Maharashtra, Advisory Committee, and other various prominent portfolios. He is also a member of Impartiality Committee, TUV-SUD South Asia, a leading certification, testing, inspection, auditing, and training company of Germany. He is a member of Academic Council, Board of Management, and Governing Council of JSPM University, Pune. He is one among the 50 experts selected across the country to impart training on NEP 2020. Sir has worked in all types of institutes like universities, conventional colleges, medical colleges, dental colleges, engineering, vocational education, pharmacy, management institutes for different quality management projects, inclusive of outcome-based education. His domain of work includes strategic planning, policy design, curriculum design following NEP 2020, project development, curriculum development, outcome-based education, instructional systems design, institute design, education design, quality systems development, assessment and accreditation, auditing, mentoring, and whatnot. He's also keen in faculty development programs, career planning, guidance, counseling, student development program, and allied projects. Such a great, eminent, experienced personality is with us today. on behalf of the UGC, HRDC, Baba Sahib Ambedkar University, and my fellow participants, I really feel it is a privilege for all of us to listen from you today, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sanchali Kumar, for very excellently introduce me. Of course, I'm just like teacher, like you all people, because teaching is such a passion, like, and it makes you to work in the different area. So thanks so much for a very excellent reading of my CV. But my dear fellow delegates, please forget whatever Mr. Sanchali mentioned about me, because now we are going to talk about the reality of the life. So thanks once again to Sanchali Kumar and HRDC, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar Marathwada University, for inviting me to this very prestigious refresher course. My thanks also due to Dr. Bandela sir and Dr. Rafe sir for inviting me to this program. Dear fellow members, now I'm going to share a PPT, but before that, we will have a dialogue. And it's very important for all of us that in the current scenario, when we talk of environment and sustainability, in that environment and sustainability, the role of each and everyone is very important. I know that you are attending this very important refresher course. You might have gone through the variety of lectures by different experts. But then when we come to an education, how we can incorporate this into our day-to-day teaching learning experience, that is very important. I'm going to share with you two set of PPTs. First PPT is basically understanding the context. Though many of the experts must have discussed on this, but I'm also going to have one more point of discussion on these, on this issue. I hope my slides are visible to all of you. Is it?
Yes,
is it?
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Slide is
Clearly
visible,
visible.
and you are audible to us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I remember, my dear professors, I have attended these environment and sustainability program when I was a lecturer in 1989. You just remember 1989. And still then, time and again we are discussing about, and day by day, this issue is becoming more and more critical. Doesn't mean that we are taking some sort of efforts to reduce the carbon footprints. We are doing, I will not say excellently, but yes, we are through the process of either accreditation or through the process of green initiative, through the process of the different initiative at university level, state level, national level, lot of efforts that we are trying to do it. But then it is really alarming to all of us to once again go into the context and discuss this. So into the environment and sustainability NEP 2020, I'm going to discuss on this part the context of this particular program, which you are going to see, which we are going to discuss in the forthcoming session. The global environmental crisis are very, very been discussed and been seen by every one of us. The state of our planet is dire. Climate change, deforestation, pollution, unsustainable development, these are threatening the very fabric of human civilization. And urgent action is needed to address these pressing environmental challenges and ensure livable future for all. Recently, in the past year, our country has hosted G20 summit. And as a G20 activity, the very much focus was on the sustainable development goal and also on the climate change. And hence, when we professors, yeah, I understand that we all professors are from the faculty of liberal arts, humanities, the faculty from business management and commerce, the faculty from science and technology, and of course, from the law and different discipline. So to us, we need to incorporate the environmental aspect into our curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular. Because if you just take a quick review to the changes that are happening or the major aspect which is being faced by every one of us, you will find there's an impact of climate change on the human society. There's a very impact of the climate change on the human society. You know, you must have been reading recently, there's a rising in the sea levels. The sea levels are rising. And obviously, as a part of that, coastal communities are at risk of flooding and displacement due to rising sea levels caused by melting of the glaciers and ice caps. This is very, very important. When we talk about different coastal areas, these are going to get affected. Then extreme weather. We all are experiencing extreme weather. There are droughts in some area. You will know that how much wildfires are taking place. Storms are coming everywhere, either in the south part of that, or in the western part, or even sometime in the northern part we are getting to see, and even in the eastern part. And other natural disasters are becoming more frequent and intense, causing widespread damage and loss of life that every one of us we are experiencing the lot of floods, storms, and what is not happening. And because of this, there is a food and water insecurity. The climate change is disrupting the agriculture production and water supplies. This is very important, that this sort of the climate change, how it is affecting on the human society. So it is totally disrupting the agricultural production and water supplies, leading to the food shortage and conflict over the towning resources. So a lot of resources. And that's why entire world is now to the UNESCO, the Sustainable Development Goal. We are fighting, we are working for the environment and sustainability. One aspect which every one of us is known as deforestation and its consequences. The loss of biodiversity. We are cutting the forest, but the destruction of the forest led to the loss of countless plant and animal species and totally disturbing the delicate ecosystem. When we are cutting the trees, when there is a rains, along with the rainstorm, along with that, that is the reason why floods are taking place. If plants are there, if forests are there, the water which is flowing, we call it the surface water during the rain, it will get percolated, it will get absorbed and will be taken to the groundwater level. But then, because of the deforestation, we find that there is a countless loss for plant and animals. It also have the lot of impact on the carbon, reducing the planet's ability to absorb greenhouse gases. Because since plants are there, you know very well that they can accept the carbon dioxide. And as we are deforesting is there, because of deforestation, we are meeting with these difficulties of development of the carbon footprint. And obviously, we know that many of the people, they are depend upon the forest. And as an effect of deforestation, there is a displacement of indigenous people. the clearing of land for agriculture or mining and development often displaces indigenous communities who totally rely on the forest and their livelihoods and cultural practices. So, obviously, we all professors, we are working in the Department of Higher Education in different universities across the country. We know that on one side, we have a global pressure for the development. But at the same time, when we go for the development, we are also facing the difficulties or the disruptions like a deforestation or displacement of indigenous people and so on and so on. And that is why the environment and sustainability, going for sustainable solution, environment friendly solution is very important. Not only that, it also affecting on the health. Air pollution, you know very well. The toxic emission from the vehicles, factories, power plant, they all contribute to the respiratory illness, cardiovascular diseases, and increase the mortality rate. This is very serious. That's why nowadays we are focusing on the CNG vehicles, or we are focusing on the EV vehicles. So that is the reason electric vehicles are only for that purpose we are promoting. Doesn't mean that there won't be a pollution because of electrical vehicles, but then we can reduce the carbon footprint. That it is very important to that. Water pollution. The contaminated water sources can lead to the spread of waterborne diseases and harm not only human but even to the aquatic ecosystems. And we know that those who have seen the entire ecosystem, the presence of the aquarium, aquatic life is important for the quality of water and even for the flora and fauna. And that's very important. In that way, we have to see into that. Third very challenging task before us is a toxic waste. The improper disposal of hazardous materials, they can expose to the communities to dangerous chemicals and causing long-term health problems. You are experiencing nowadays, I know. Even today, when we are walking through the villages, rural area, urban areas, in metros, you will find that lot of plastic waste is there. Not only that, when you see the rivers are flooded with the dark gray or black water because of the toxic waste. And that's where it's very important for us to work against this, to make some remedial measures for this. And microplastics. The tiny plastics particles are finding their way into our food and water supply with potential adverse effect on the human health. Many of you may be knowing or may not be knowing, but this is making a lot of contents on the health of the human being. And for that, we have to work on to these specific needs of working against the planet effect. Then how we can go for the sustainable renewable energy? That is where we need to work on to that. So sustainable development and renewable energy is of course a solution for that. And whenever we go for a NAC or NBA, we know that they are asking for criteria number 7 about the green environment. So solar power, harnessing the sun's energy through solar panel is a clean and renewable alternative to the fossil fuels, whatever we are using. I know many of you must be knowing, but the Cochin airport is fully working on the solar panel, solar power. The Chennai airport is now coming up on totally solar panel. And likewise, many of the airports and many of the activities are coming on the solar panel. So we need to go for sustainable development and renewable energy. Wind power, of course, wind power may not be available in every part of the country, but the wind turbine captures the power of the wind to generate the electricity without producing the greenhouse gas emission. This is the difference between, when we go for a hydropower and wind power. In hydropower, we know that there is a possibility of a little bit of, like producing greenhouse gases. But then when we talk about a wind power, it won't be there. And then utilizing the energy of flowing water to generate electricity is reliable and sustainable option. Of course, for that, the civil engineering design, the electrical engineering design is very important in this map. And then coming to another sustainable development of renewable energy is the geothermal energy. Tapping into the Earth's natural heat to produce energy is a renewable and environmental friendly solution. Now, many countries have started to utilize this geothermal energy. Of course, a lot of research is going into that. And there where we all institutions, irrespective of in which discipline we work, we need to work on the research and development to go into this part. Even when we talk about waste management and the circular economy, 3 are very important. 3 are reduce, reuse, and recycle. This we need to utilize. This we need to apply not in our only day-to-day life, but in every aspect of our economic, social activity. And even sometimes I used to say a political activity too. So, minimizing the amount of waste we produce is the first step towards the sustainable future. That is what we have to understand. So, first, educate and aware everyone in the society, our student, that we need to reduce, minimize the amount of waste. Second, reuse. Do the research. Finding new uses for exciting products and material that can help reduce waste and conserve the resources. Now, you know that when the thermal station energy is produced, out of the thermal produce, whatever ash is produced, out of that ash, you can convert, and lot of bricks are prepared out of this ash. Similarly, nowadays, even in the construction of roads, in the construction of building material, so many materials, waste materials are used. So we need to make the use of this waste as a conservation of resources. And for that, obviously, we required awareness. We require a lot of, conducting of an exhibition. And not only that, we have to go for the sort of research into that. And the third R stands for recycling. Properly recycling material allows them to be repurposed and prevent them from ending up in landfills or oceans. It's very important. Even whatever water we are using, the water which is waste, that need to be recycled. Why we require research? We require research so that a economic solution which is applicable in the rural area is possible. Because when we talk about the metro cities, when we talk about malls or huge public buildings or municipal corporation, there it is possible to some extent. But then when we talk to the individual house, individual consumer, rural area, we need to do a lot of research so that this can be all research, not only of water I'm talking about, but whatever waste management is there, that we have to go into the circular economy into that. And obviously what is happening at the end of the day, that the environmental justice and marginalized community who get affected, not you and me. You and me can afford to some extent, but then afford to some extent means economical aspect. We cannot sustain air pollution. We cannot sustain waste management. We cannot sustain what we talk about the whatever pollution is happening due to the plastic. Okay. So this is how, but very importantly is that we have to consider equally about the marginalized communities. The low income and minority communities often get burned into environmental degradation. They live near the polluting industry or hazardous waste site. You go to many places. Whenever factories are there, either you go to a factory site or you go to the metro place or town place, you will find these low income and minority communities, they are staying. So this is disproportionate impact is happening into that. The marginalized communities may have limited access to the clean air, safe water, and green space, which are essential for health and well-being. So access to resources to these people are equally important. And environmental justice movement, which is through SDG, many NGOs they are taking, many universities are also taking, is aimed to empower these communities to address environmental issues and advocate for their right to a healthy environment. So advocacy and empowerment is very important. So, my dear professor, when we look to this particular topic of discussion of this refresher course, we have to understand that how is that our research need to focus into that, is that how we can come out with a variety of solution. Of course, there are good companies, factories or company owner, they are doing some measures so that these low income people or minority communities, they get some benefit of clean air, green campus, good water, etc., etc. But it's very limited. We have to think of our country, and not only country, we have to think of globally, it is going to impact. So this environmental justice is very important when we talk about the aspect. And hence, we require individual and collective actions for sustainability. And that is the purpose of today's session. Through this session, we are going to discuss, we are going to interact on how when we educate a student, when we conduct various activities, how we can do as an individual and collectively work for the sustainability. So, adopting the eco-friendly habits like using renewable energy, reducing meat consumption, and minimizing the waste, which will reduce our carbon footprint. For that, we need to work. See, this is very important that even as we see in the previous slide, that previous slide, the even reuse of that, even that will make a lot of that. Then choose products and services from companies that prioritize environment responsibility and ethical practices. It's very important. Whenever you buy any product from the market, we need to aware. We have to create an awareness among the individuals and collectively so that we will not buy the products or services from the companies which do not prioritize the environment responsibilities. So, and obviously, we have to engage in a political and civic activities to support policies and initiatives that promote environment sustainability. These efforts are to be made, and every one of us might have experienced such initiatives are coming. There is a promotion of green building system so that building doesn't require more artificial light, ventilation, so that energy can be reduced, isn't it? So likewise, whenever we work for that, we have to go for advocating the change and conduct the activities. And very important is we need to encourage your friends, our family and community members to adopt sustainable behaviors and work towards a green future. This is very important. The purpose, whole purpose, because when University Grant Commission is looked after organizing such a type of the program, because we teachers can reach to a in depth to the penetrate to the society, to the individual through our curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular activities, where our community development projects, we can do our research projects, our education project, our continuing education project, we can do. And that's why it's very important that we should inspire others. I remember, my dear professor, just I'm sharing with you, as I mentioned you, in the beginning, in 1989, I undergone the training on this particular aspect of environment and sustainability. I came across that how this issue is day by day is developing and creating a lot of nuisance to the human being, to the flora and fauna. So I tried to deliver, give talks on radios, conduct training program, developing material. And in the recent past, I must share with you, when the last year we conducted, we were the host, our country was the host for G20 summit. If you see the report of G20 summit, we are working as an action research on the recommendation of G20 summit. Likewise, we need to take the activities and inspire others into that. And obviously, one of the solutions to all this is university education on environment and sustainability. We need to bring this aspect into the environment of the on solution to how university can contribute into that. So with this background, now I'm moving to the next presentation. Next aspect. Yes, please. Yeah. Now, when we talk of, excuse me, just give me a time. I just, I'll stop this share, and based upon this discussion, now I'm going to come out with what we as an institute, what we as a university can do something for the development or for the betterment of society. And there we will talk on the another topic on the aspect. I hope this particular PowerPoint presentation is visible to you. Is it new PPT is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir, visible.
Thank you so much. So, dear professors, I know in this refresher course, many experts must have delivered on the topic which I have discussed before, but I thought of as a revision when we take over to our main topic of discussion on NEP 2020 and environment and sustainability. Many of you must be knowing that the National Education Policy 2020 in India, it emphasizes the critical role of environmental education and sustainability in shaping a better future. It aims to integrate environmental concepts across the curriculum and promote experiential learning and to foster environmental stewardship. It's very important. We take over this as our owning the responsibility. And you know that once upon a time, University Grant Commission made it compulsory that irrespective of any discipline, environmental science will be the compulsory course. It was implemented, it was followed by entire institute and universities across the country. But now, looking to the severity of this aspect, the severity of the environment, we need to go with the sustainability, and not only offering one curriculum, one course as an environmental science will fulfill the purpose or will meet the target and will save from our future difficulties. And that's why here the National Education Policy 2020, the emphasis is given on the environmental education and sustainability by integrating the environmental concept across the curriculum, not only one single course. If you are teaching science, mathematics, chemistry, biology, if you are teaching commerce and business management, if you are teaching liberal arts, how we can incorporate the environment and sustainability concept across the curriculum is one of the aim of the National Education Policy 2020. And we here, of course, many of you must be having many ideas onto that. Many of you must have started implementing those ideas, but we will see today few of these points for our discussion into that. Now, this is just to share with you, defining the environment and sustainability. This is very, very primary I'm talking about. I know that it is you people know very well about it, but the natural world and its resources, including air, water, land, and ecosystem, which is a very big word, that sustain the life. What is environment? So environment is a natural world and its resources, including air, water, land, and the entire ecosystem that sustain the life. And the concept of sustainability is the ability to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Very important. The ability to meet needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. If we do not care for environment, if we do not think of sustainable solution, our future generation is going to get affected. Today we are getting the effect of that. Every one of us, we are experiencing into that. And that is why the concept of environment and sustainability is prima facie very important for us to understand. And to that, very important key principle of this presentation, and when we working on the environment and sustainability, is conservation, resource efficiency, renewable energy, and environmental justice. These four principles, these are the key principles. There could be many principles. I'm talking about the conceptual principles that we need to add to save the environment and to go for a sustainable solution. So all we professors, those who are going to deliver to the society through any undergraduate, postgraduate, or research program, or to a co-curricular activity or extracurricular activity, or outreach program, research and development, the globally huge amount of funds are available for research and development in these areas. But then we need to understand these key principles is conservation. Our efforts are for conservation. Then using resources efficiently, save water, save energy, don't use plastic. So efficient use of the resources, green initiatives, plantation, then going for renewable energy, which we discussed in the previous presentation. And equally, very important to you and me and to the entire world is environmental justice. Those low income, those poor people, those disadvantaged people, we must give them justice. And for that, lot of education, awareness, research are required in this area. And hence, we talk on NEP. So the objectives of National Education Policy on environment education has 4 major objectives. And when we talk of this, it is obviously we talk of the holistic development. What is the meaning of holistic development? Empower students with the knowledge, skills, and values to become responsible citizens and contribute to a sustainable future. We need to develop this among the students. So a holistic development, and that is the objective of one of the objectives of the National Education Policy 2020. Second, environmental literacy. Enhance environmental awareness and understanding about among students, enable them to make informed decisions. We know that students are ambassadors, and they can work as ambassadors for the environment. So environmental literacy and developing the awareness and understanding among the students is very important. They can act as ambassadors of environment. So they themselves get educated, they themselves will incorporate, imbibe this concept, and they will also go into the implementation of that into the day-to-day life when they are working in the society. Third objective of the National Education Policy is skill development. Equip students with practical skills in areas like renewable energy, waste management, and conservation, irrespective of the discipline. Because, my dear professor, I know that you know very well, and you agree to my statement that in future, not only the future, in current stage also, huge job opportunities are there for environmental and sustainable career. So, but then when we talk about these aspects, as I need not, because in the first part of my presentation, I have presented before you the panorama of environmental crisis and a need for sustainability. But then skills are very important. So we as an institution, through a program, through a continuing education program, add-on programs, value-added program, we can work on the skill development of that. And very importantly, the fourth objective of the National Education Policy is promoting innovations. Encourage research and innovation in environmental science to develop sustainable solutions. I know this good amount of research is going on. But then, as I said to you, there are so many environmental crises. And not only crises, we need to find out a very economic and feasible and sustainable solution for them. And for that, we require a lot of innovations. So, encouraging research and innovation in environmental science and develop sustainable solution is also one of the objectives of the National Education Policy. So, we all professors, those who are connected to these refresher courses, we will very well understand that in National Education Policy, properly the objectives are laid down to focus on the environment and sustainability so that we can address these issues. Now we can integrate. though we are going to discuss this in detail, discipline-wise, but to take a quick review, we can integrate the environmental concept across the curriculum. In science and mathematics, in social studies, in language and arts, exploring concepts like renewable energy, resource management, and environmental footprint calculations. So this we can do in the science and mathematics. Analyzing the relationship between society, culture, and the environment, including environmental justice and policies. We can do in liberal arts, social studies, we can do. It may be political science, social science, or history, all humanities courses, even law for that matter. And even when we talk about the commerce and management, we can think on that. And incorporating environmental themes in literature, poetry, and creative project to foster emotional connectivity. It's very important. So language and arts can also add to this. See this beauty. I know that all these ideas must be in your mind, but when we come to, when such type of the programs are conducted, ultimately people like you and me thinking how it is going to be useful to me when I go in the world of work, when I go back to the institute. So this one slide in which we are also going to discuss in detail later, but then this shows the how we can integrate this curriculum. Not only that, we can promote this to the experiential learning. It's very important. I know you are doing. I know you are doing. Oh, yeah. Again and again saying, because as Mr. Santili Kumar has introduced me, I work in Pan India. I go to a very corner of Kerala in a very remote area. I work in Delhi, I work in Mumbai, I work in Tamil Nadu, I work in Karnataka, I work in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, everywhere I'm working, and I have seen people are doing something in this area. But then, hands-on gardening and the compositing project to reach sustainable food production and waste management. We can go for school gardens. And when we talk about school gardens, we also come out with one of the idea of community gardens. Can we go? Because if you see in some cities, there are society gardens. And these society gardens are working on sustainable food production. Field trips, visit to local ecosystem, renewable energy sites, and waste management facilities to connect theory with practice. Very important. Collaborate initiatives to address environmental challenges in the local community, fostering civic engagement is very important. Why community projects are important? Because there we get engagement of civics. This is very important. As we say sometime before, individuals and collective are need to be included, collaborated in this activity. And then obviously problem solving activities and design challenges to encourage innovative solution for sustainability. So you can promote the environment through the experiential learning. My dear professors, we know that we are there to teach different courses in our own discipline. But this is one of the common course or common domain in which either directly or indirectly or strategically we have to work. Okay, so that because it required entire village to rise, not you and me, not 1 and 2 projects. And this direction we have to go on.
Yes.
So when we talk of innovations in the environmental sciences, providing access to the cutting edge facilities, and funding for students to explore environmental issues. You know that not only from UNESCO, UNDP, but many universities and UGCs giving the grants for the research opportunity. Even recently, I met with one of the organization, industry, through CSIR fund, they are giving lot of funding for environment protection, for sustainable solution. So we have to create good research opportunity. Then organizing competitions and hackathons to inspire students to develop sustainable solutions. Lot of hackathons. See, very importantly, I must tell you that we all need to work very strategically. I'm very sure that you must have gone through the UNESCO's report on Sustainable Development Goal. You must have gone through the different reports on environment and sustainability. My request, come appeal on this occasion, that we start from individual, family, society, organization, community, make some mission for that. Set vision, set certain goals. And if it is become a part of vision and mission of your own self to your society and organization and of your university and institution, we can innovate the challenges. Issue is very serious, you know very well. You will agree with me. And we have to think about the future generations. And that's why fostering international partnership and the best practices on environmental science. As I mentioned you, so many projects are going with the help of the international global support. We need to fight on that. And obviously, we require to have a specialized program. Now, this is a refresher course. I propose the workshops on writing the research proposals for funding on environment projects, for quality research on rural area, from poor people, for disadvantaged group. We need to introduce dedicated environmental science and sustainability focused degrees and courses. That's very important. And of course, nowadays you'll find so many degrees and courses are there, but we have to work on that. But this is how we can go into that. And we talk about strengthening environmental literacy and awareness. We have to go for a curriculum reforms. Okay. Integrating environmental education into core curriculum or all levels of schooling. When I'm saying schooling, doesn't mean primary, secondary. Schooling means all schooling to higher education, to the research. Equipping educators with knowledge and pedagogical skills for teaching on environmental topics and fostering partnership with local organizations to raise awareness and inspire action on environmental issues. We do celebrate one World Environment Day, but then can we take some activity? Just as a thought which I came in mind, like what we discussed and decided, and we have undertaken one very small project. We selected one road, stretch of road of 30-kilometer distance, and you know that on many parts of the road, corners of the road, the plastic waste is there. Nobody collect, unfortunately. Doesn't mean that corporations and municipalities are not working, but then it's a huge amount and it affects on the environment, human health, flora and fauna. We did a project of cleaning those on periodic basis and dumping into the waste ground of identified by the corporation. It was a successful mission. A very small effort we took. We are not talking about removing the waste. We are talking about minimizing the waste. Recycle, reuse, reduce. And that is where we need to have a engagement into that. And obviously, we have to give a sort of a student, a worship, a stay worship to the student, mindset shift, student-led activities, behavioral change. Still, many people are using plastics. Even today, I have seen students are not that much aware about the environmental crisis and how they are going to affect on the future of life and even present also. So we need to work on to that. And obviously, as we discussed, we require to have a lot of collaborations with stakeholders for sustainability. It may be partnership. As I mentioned you, so many organizations, they are forging collaboration with government agencies, NGOs, and industry leaders to leverage resource and expertise. Engaging local communities, international cooperation, and we have to go for a securing financial and material support to implement comprehensive environmental education and sustainable programs. Very much important. When we talk about agricultural waste, rural waste, lot of material which has been used and it is being thrown away, that we have to work a lot of activity into this aspect. And hence, when we talk of these aspects, of course, we have lot of challenges and opportunities. Okay. So, lack of trained teacher, this is very important. My dear professor, I know that you are keen in this particular domain. That's why you are registered for this refresher course. And obviously, you may agree that one need a lot of training. So lack of trained teachers is a challenge before us. And we when say lack of trained teachers doing research, innovations, training, undertaking collaborative projects. Challenge is limited financial resources. So we have to search for the financial resources into that. Resistance to curriculum change. This is very, very, every one of us we are experiencing. When I am including some environmental aspect into my curriculum, the curriculum is of finance, curriculum is of marketing, digital marketing. When I brought in the topic of this environment into that, there is a resistance to the curriculum change. We need to work and remove it. This is a challenge. And obviously, infrastructure limitations are there. But obviously, for these challenges, we have to understand that a comprehensive teacher training programs we can develop. We can have a lot of public-private partnership and external funding. As I mentioned to you, there are so many NGOs and industry through their CSR fund, they are helping the institution. Then gradual integration of environmental concept in day-to-day curriculum. And obviously, we have to go for innovative solutions like solar-powered schools. I know I stay in Pune in the state of Maharashtra, and there is one very close to Pune, one village where it is a green school, totally depend upon the solar-powered school. So we can go for, as I mentioned sometime before, green building, we have to go into that. Having this overall picture, now we move to the next point. Meantime, if you have any questions, do you want to ask some questions? Yes, anyone? Okay. Now, when we started this discussion on the today's session, first our focus was understanding the scenario, the different aspect of environment and sustainability. Then we shifted to national education policy and its role. And having discussed the basic fundamentals of environment and sustainability and key principle, we have seen what are the objectives of national educational policy. And then in general, we have given focus on how we can collaborate, how we can contribute and work on this a very important issue of environmental crisis and go for a sustainable solution. So the topic which we discussed today in the earlier phase was more of general in nature. Now, I'm going to focus one by one on the different disciplines. You will find some of these similarities in all disciplines, some of the innovatives into the every disciplines. But my urge to all my connected professors that please listen to this presentation so that you can share these views to your colleagues. You may not be from business management and commerce, but you can share this with your faculties, your friends from commerce and science, commerce and business management. You may not be from liberal arts. You may not be science, but sharing the information is very important. So let us begin with how we can empower business management and commerce curriculum through environmental education. So integrating environmental and sustainability education into business curricula is crucial for developing the next generation of leaders who can drive sustainable growth and innovation. See, the basic philosophy, principle behind introducing, incorporating environment education in business management and commerce curriculum. So, because we know that globally there is a growth, new business are coming up, market is spreading, there's a digital market, and having this, if our future leaders, if our business and commerce people, if they are told or educated on the environmental crisis, different aspects into their curriculum, the next generation of leaders will be created who can drive sustainable growth and innovations. It's very important. It's very important. And on this context, we are going to that. Now, business case for sustainability. When we talk about commerce and business, cost saving, competitive advantage, and risk mitigation. When we implement the sustainable practices, they can lead to reduced energy, waste, and resources cost. So as a student of commerce and business management, we need to educate our student through our curriculum, structured curriculum in the respective courses, that how you can implement sustainable practices which will reduce the energy, which will reduce the waste and resource cost. It's very important. Then business that prioritizes the sustainability can attract eco-conscious consumers and investors. My dear professor, I must share with you, and you must be experiencing, nowadays, I have seen families and individual, those who are very conscious about the product. Our product are environmental friendly. What is the company's policy? All they are looking for. So when we talk about competitive advantage, our business that prioritize sustainability can attract eco-consciousness consumers and investors. Lot of people are ready to invest. And so through our business and commerce education, we have to create an awareness and education that how the future generation, because this, you know that this environmental crisis has gone to a very sky rich. No doubt, through research, through innovation, we are trying to come out with the solutions. But even today, there's the issue of environmental justice. So how we can develop through the curriculum so that developing a business, developing a commerce activity in such a way that the people get conscious about the consumers and proactively addressing the environmental risks can help business avoid costly penalties and reputational damage. I need not name the company, but you know that many companies, many products are banned globally only because those products were working against environment. Those were not environment friendly. And that's why nowadays, you know, plastic, use of plastic. We talk about organic product, organic cloth, organic fiber, organic food, green energy. So the proactively addressing the environmental risk can help business avoid costly penalties. Huge penalties are given to the companies because they are mitigating, they are adding to the environmental crisis. So we need, from the business point of view, from the commerce point of view, to have a reputation among the company about our consumers. This can be developed among the students. So you can, in the appropriate course, it may be a brand management course, or it may be a parts of economics, financial economics, or any for that matter, we can work into this aspect. Now, if you see the current state of sustainability education, you will find limited integration. The environmental and sustainability topics are often siloed or treated as electives in business curricula. This is the current situation, but now we have to work on to that. Lack of practical skills, which we discussed before. Students lack opportunities to develop hands-on skills in areas like carbon footprint analysis and sustainable supply chain management. See, sometime before I was talking to you, how we can incorporate this into the curriculum. If I am a management student or a commerce student, I have to work on a financial economics, a financial management, or product life cycle management, or supply chain management, which will reduce the carbon footprints. So, and for that, we need to give a training to the student, skills, how to calculate footprints. What are the causes of rising the footprints? And obviously, a knowledge of environment science. Okay. And the depth and breadth of sustainability education that varies greatly across different business and commerce programs and institutions. Very, very greatly. You will find some of the institutions that are doing well, some of the institutions are not doing. So the current state of sustainability education is the present what I am showing on these slides. So when we develop a curriculum, we have to incorporate looking to the future challenges. And that is what you all must have added and seen to this. So for my business management and commerce students, we have to focus on these core knowledge areas. So my professors, those who are involved in the curriculum design and development, they have to work on these areas. Environmental economics, understanding the economic aspect of environmental issues and the role of market-based solution. When we talk of economics, business economics, finance management, there we have to develop a knowledge among the commerce and business students on environmental economics. How that economic impacts based upon the environmental issues. And what are the role of market-based solutions? This thing can be incorporated. You can have altogether a separate course on that, or you can incorporate one or two topics related to that in a relevant course subject. So going for designing the curriculums, a course curriculum, obviously, when we are working on the design of curriculum, it is applicable to the all discipline. We follow a outcome-based education, a holistic approach. And when we talk about the graduate attributes, in the graduate attributes, we have to have one of the program outcome, one of the attribute of the graduates is to implement environment-friendly solution and develop sustainable solutions. And so is to so that if you bring this, if you plot this in the curriculum design itself, in your program outcome, accordingly, in the respective courses, you will come out with the relative changes, incorporations on the related to the environmental concepts, principles, problems, applications, and solutions. So environmental economics is one of the core knowledge area which will teach that how the economics is going to change because of the change in environment. It also helps our student in the selection of the product, in the selection of the material, in the selection of the energy resources, in the selection of the processing system. Not only that, selection of the site for the company. Please mute 39. Please mute. Sorry. So the environmental economics, when we talk about the financial feasibility of any project, any business, and whenever you call about the risk management, then we have to think about how we can really incorporate environmental economics into your curriculum when we teach to the student of commerce and business management. Second is sustainable operation. Exploring strategies for reducing resource consumption, waste, and emissions in business operation. What we talk about supply and chain management. It may be an agricultural good, it may be industrial good. Anything for that, how you can reduce the resource consumptions, waste, and emissions in business operation. So whenever I know that, though I'm from the science, I have learned commerce and business management, I'm also involved in the design of curriculum for different commerce and business management stream. We have understood that lot of waste management happens. Lot of consumption of resources is there in the business operations. And that is how, when we talk about not only a discipline or a program on supply chain and management, but even we talk about operation management, business operation, or as I mentioned you sometime before in the previous point of environmental economics, the production process, the manufacturing process, the transportation process, the marketing process, every processes we'll have to see that how sustainable operations are possible so that we can explore the strategies for reducing the resource consumption, waste, and emission in business operation. Even as a commerce student, when we talk about preparing, say, I'm taking one example of preparing a balance sheet in accounting and finance, and must see that how much I have contributed to the environment toward the sustainability. You must have in your balance sheet about contribution to the reducing the carbon footprint. And that level of knowledge by means to me as a student of commerce and business, my focus will be on sustainable operation. I'm just giving you a solution. I know that you are the subject expert in that area, but this is how we can understand, because this is the core knowledge area. And green marketing. Developing effective marketing approaches that promote eco-friendly products and services. Eco-friendly, organic. Nowadays we use the word organic. No pesticide, no chemicals are used. Minimum chemical and pesticide are used, and services. So how we can go for green marketing? Obviously nowadays we follow a lot of digital marketing, and it's very popular, but everywhere it is not possible. Everywhere, isn't it? When we have to shift, go for a huge transportation, the transport of huge goods from one corner to other corners. We know that's why in our country, huge national highway networks are constructed. Huge bridges are constructed. Waterways are constructed. Coastal roads are constructed. The railway network is now strengthened. Lot of not only railways, waterway and highways, but even airway. Lot of, the ports are developed where goods can be transferred by airway. Means a green marketing with the approach for promoting eco-friendly products and services. So my student of commerce and business, when you're teaching them business operations, business economics, cost management, production management, process management, operational management, all these things we have to take into care, and green marketing. So my students of commerce and business management, we can work on to the development of the core knowledge into these areas so that student can really work into the core of this is required, the knowledge and skills, which we discussed sometime in the previous slide. Not only knowledge part of that, skill part of that. Give them solution. The spirit of environment friendly solution. The spirit, the impact of sustainable solution through curriculum, skill development, appropriate problem solving, and developing the core knowledge in this area will help our student of commerce and business to work in this area. And obviously, we have to give focus when you are designing a curriculum. Of course, I'm giving you some suggested ideas. What should be the part of the curriculum when you are teaching to the student of commerce and business management? 3 practical skills to be incorporated in the appropriate course. Okay, as I said you sometime before, every one of you, the curriculum design framework. I mean, curriculum design framework, we talk about program outcome in the outcome-based education, where one of our graduate attributes is the to provide environment-friendly solution, product, services, operation, and opting for sustainable solution is my one of the attribute. And when that attribute has to be percolated through the courses, in that particular course, we have to go for theory class, skills part, practicals, some assignment, field visit, projects, problem solving, case studies. Because developing practical skill required variety of solution. And my dear professor, please keep in mind, again, I'm talking irrespective of the discipline of the faculty, those who are connected with today's program, we have very little incorporation of environment and sustainability education into our curriculum of different disciplines. And hence to say that we need to incorporate into skills part also. So measuring and evaluating the greenhouse gas emission associated with the business operation. We must teach students how the carbon footprints are calculated based upon the different, of course, case studies, some of the real life examples, taking some sort of the projects, mini projects. We can measure by using the scientific methods by developing students the skill of measuring carbon footprint analysis. And herein, I must mention here that this is the added advantage of national education policy. Because we talk about interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach. So you can ask even your student of commerce and business to act as a or to opt as a environmental science as a minor course. And in that case, we have to incorporate the things into the curriculum part of it. Either have a minor course into the curriculum, or else second part is that you develop the curriculum in such a way that students are able to conduct these projects. Then sustainable supply chain. Implementing strategies to reduce environmental impact throughout the supply chain. Not only transportation. This is applicable to the agriculture, food processing, engineering goods, any manufacturing items, electronic goods. Wherever my students are working, we have to go for sustainable supply chain. How we can use strategies to reduce environmental impact throughout the supply chain. Minimum use of energy, use of renewable energy, use of AI. Nowadays, you can use artificial intelligence in planning for this sustainable chain, supply chain, based upon the production process, based upon the activities involved in the manufacturing or production of any product or processes. And hence, this will add to a greater, see, this added age given to our student of commerce and business will not only add to the environment friendly solution, but also cost saving. And we can very well, we can conserve the resources, isn't it? So going for a renewable sources will help us into this particular matter. So our students, see, again and again saying the interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary approach. We generally promote that when I'm teaching students to commerce and business, don't give only the examples related to the banking, related to business commerce, but let them introduce the variety of the business activities where our commerce and business students are going to get employed. isn't it? So we have to understand that my student of commerce is tomorrow going to work in a chemical industry, some in food industries, processing industry, some in engineering industry. Please mute your mic, please. So some sort of field visit, then going for the mini project, case studies that will have the skills into this. And sustainability reporting, communicating a company's environmental and social performance to stakeholders. This ability need to be developed because, as we have seen just some time before, nowadays not only investor but consumers are also very much conscious about environment friendly solutions, services and products. So reporting the sustainability to the stakeholders, that environmental policy and the performance to our stakeholder need to be properly communicated, can be demonstrated, and that sort of education must be given to the student of commerce and business. So developing these practical skills is important for our student to develop. In this case, as I said to you, we require an interdisciplinary approach. Okay, interdisciplinary, because if I go with only commerce and business management into pure commerce business activity, then it becomes difficult. Instead of that, we have to go with a very interdisciplinary approach. We have to go for the innovations, collaborations, and we have to go for a system thinking. You must be knowing about systems thinking. Okay, so integrating sustainability across discipline can spark innovative thinking and solution. Every one of us. Now, this is applicable to all my faculties from liberal arts, from business management and commerce, from science. So we have to integrate sustainability across the discipline. Okay. So innovative thinking and solution. In nowadays, you know that one very unique course is implemented in many universities, design thinking. Design thinking in first year, innovations in second year, third year, business solution, and fourth year, research. So across the graduation, this sort of design thinking is developed. Can we not incorporate in these innovative solutions? The other day, I had one meeting with a very high-level expert from the innovations, and we say that these innovations, we need to develop an innovative mind about in our students. Lot of innovations are required. There's a lot of challenges and a lot of opportunities. So developing innovative minds, taking a simple solution. I give such type of the problem even to my teachers in today's world, and we try to improvise every time on these aspect of innovations. Innovation club, innovation symposium, and wherein we have showcased the innovators from different area. Why not we have a symposium where the people have done innovation in environment and can be demonstrated to the students and faculty. So here we have to go for a interdisciplinary approach, because one thing everyone need to understand, our graduates after graduation, they are not going to one specific discipline domain. They have to work in different organizations. A student of commerce management not only work in finance and banking, they work in IT industry, they work in manufacturing industry, they work in agriculture, they work in NGOs. They work in public services. So such type of innovative mind is very important, and wherein interdisciplinary approach is going to play a vital role. And for having that, we have to have a collaboration which fosters a holistic understanding of environmental challenges. Here we have to make an initiative. We have to make an initiative so that we can incorporate multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary projects. Can you think of, just came in my mind while talking to you, I will have my minor project or major project where students from commerce and business management, 2 students from humanities, 2 students from science and technology. They are working together to going for an innovative solution on some environmental related problem. So the interdisciplinary collaborations, the humanities student will think from sociology point of view, from policy point of view. The science student will think about the part of the operational point of view, the scientific process involved into that. And my commerce and management student will work on the operational, supply chain management, economics. So this will help to do that. And obviously, for this, my dear professor, we require systems thinking, a holistic approach, viewing sustainability through a systems lens enables a more comprehensive approach. Why this is an important topic? Why it is sometimes a serious topic? Because this is deal with our day-to-day life. Current generation, future generation. Not only humans, animals, flora and fauna, they are going to get affected. The entire globe is going to get affected. So we have to think in a holistic way, a systems approach. And how we can think about what are the inputs, how we can have a processes, how we can get a good sustainable solution, and how we can develop a good feedback system. Think of your external world, your nearest environment, your external environment, and try to come out with this solution. So a system thinking is required when we work on this approach. And hence, we also have to have a experiential learning. In the part of experiential learning, this is very importantly, we have to work on the experiential learning. Unless and until we give some experience to the students won't be able to develop the requisite skills and competencies. So projects for hands-on sustainability to apply classroom knowledge to a real-world situation. Projects are important. Mini projects, major projects related to commerce and business, not related to science. Now I'm talking about, because I want to develop a mind, a spiritual mind of the student where they can focus spiritually with the environment. Internship with such an organization which focus on environmental conservation or sustainable business practices. We need to identify, and we know that the University Grants Commission and National Education Policy has given emphasis on the internship. Now I'm working with one of the university, JSPM University Pune. Every semester, we ask students to go for an internship. Not only the graduate internship, but every end of the semester, around the year, we give the credit for these internship programs. We provide the support for the internship because internship gives the experiential learning, the real life experience which will develop the requisite abilities and competencies among the student. And as I said, in-depth analysis of how companies have implemented sustainable strategies and initiatives. So lot of case studies we have to show it to the students. So the experiential learning through projects, through internships, through the case studies. And for that matter, I need not suggest you, because you are all are teachers, educators, you know that, but we can use our doctoral research candidate whose work can be penetrate from graduate and postgraduate students to work on minor level steps of research. We need to apply for funding of the projects. Not only that, we have to develop a case studies. Identifying a good case studies, those who work on these areas is equally important, but at the same time, they need to develop a case studies of interdisciplinary in nature. And as I mentioned before, we are going to have a lot of challenges. Okay, there is a resistance to change. Okay, so overcoming this entrenched mindset and habits that prioritize short-term profits or long-term sustainability. So we need to properly entrench this difficult challenge has to be emerged. We have to secure adequate funding and faculty expertise to support sustainability focused curriculum development. We have to work on to that. And obviously, balancing the inclusion of sustainability topics with the demands of a packed business curriculum. That is where we need to work on. So, competing the priorities, resource constraints, and resistance to change, these are the challenges, but we have to overcome these challenges when we work in the curriculum or the domain of commerce and business management. But as you all have aware about the fact that this is a global threat to all of us, a global challenge to all of us, and how not only National Education Policy 2020, not only Sustainable Development Goal, UNESCO, but every world is working to save this beautiful planet. And for that, we, through the education, as I mentioned you, through curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, outreach, research activity, funding projects, we can work on to this aspect. The way forward for my domains of commerce and business management, the holistic integration, embedding sustainability across all business and commerce discipline to foster a comprehensive understanding. We have to go for a holistic integration. And if you excuse me, we have to also gain a special competency on curriculum design. Now only I came in my mind while talking with you, all people, that developing a green curriculum, developing a green business management and commerce curriculum, development of green liberal arts curriculum, development of green science and technology curriculum, holistic integration we need to bring. That is going to add a great into the entire system, entire community and society and globally. We have to continuously update the curriculum to address emerging sustainability challenges and innovation. And that's why cutting edge curriculum. Our curriculum must be a cutting edge curriculum. Okay. Since I'm one of the curriculum developer, I have developed hundreds of curriculum right from certificate, diploma, undergraduate, postgraduate, across the discipline. I have observed, my dear professors, that our competencies in the curriculum design And sometime before, we talk about one of the challenge of resistance to change. That is making hindrance in the development of cutting edge curriculum. But to me, when I'm talking about the curriculum, what I always say is that the education is not the degree. It is the purpose of life. So is to say, we all teachers, professors have to understand entire scientific process of curriculum design. And now looking to the new age and requirement, you have to see that how environmental aspect can be brought and we can continuously update. And obviously, we have to go with a collaborative partnership, fostering partnership with industry, government, and NGOs to enhance experiential learning. These are the tasks to us when we go in the area of commerce and business management in the curriculum development as such. Now, when we talk of all these things in the business management, now we'll move to the integrating environment and sustainability in liberal arts education. See here, when I'm presenting here a sequence of presentation slides, why I've talked initially about the holistic approach at a university level, at a level of education. Then I've come to a discipline. My purpose is that it will help you people, will add to your idea of designing the curriculum. Okay, taking some strategies when you implement the curriculum, looking to the criticalness of this issue. Doesn't mean I want to really focus on an individual discipline, but I want to make it more interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary. You can take some ideas from the commerce and business management in your curriculum development and vice versa. Now, when I talk about liberal art education, incorporating the environment and sustainable topics into the liberal arts curriculum is crucial for preparing students to address the pressing global challenges of our time. This holistic approach empowers learners to develop the knowledge, skills, and very important, ethical consideration needed to create a more sustainable future. It may be my students of law, humanities. It means it may be from literature. They may be from political science, sociology, psychology, all aspects. How we can integrate? And because these liberal arts students, they go in the different domains or different careers in different domains. And while working that, if they have been well trained, if the holistic approach is used to develop this knowledge, skills, and attitude which are required for sustainable development, it will add a great to that. So let us see, my dear professors, how we can integrate environment and sustainability in liberal arts education. And as I said before, at the start of the presentation on the integration of environmental science in commerce and business management, here also I will repeat, if at all you are not the faculty of liberal arts, please interact, listen to this presentation, to view this presentation so that you can incorporate few ideas and you can share with your colleagues too of the liberal arts. Now, when we see assessing the current curriculum,
Dear sir,
yeah.
Sir, can we take a break of 5 or 10 minutes?
Okay, how much break you want? 5 minutes?
Yes, you tell us. 5
Okay.
minutes.
Now it is 12:45, 12:44
Okay,
rather. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, 12:50 we will
Okay, sir.
start.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, it will do.
Yeah. I will stop for 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I hope I'm not going fast.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah. Please enjoy the session. I know topic is a bit serious.
Definitely, sir. We are enjoying the session and it is really very informative session to us.
So,
And we are fully attentive.
oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
And also, sir, presentation skill is excellent.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's really, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Prior to our break, we were discussing about how we can incorporate the environment education into the business and commerce. Now, about today, this focus on the post-break session is on the how we can incorporate that into the liberal arts education. Now, obviously, everyone need to be, I understand that my faculty members are from different universities. So we need to conduct one activity is assessing the current curriculum. So evaluate the existing liberal arts curriculum to determine where environmental and sustainable topics are lacking or underrepresented. We have to do a small exercise into that. And then we have to explore the ways to integrate these themes across multiple disciplines from natural science to the humanities. So we have to go for an interdisciplinary approach. And I understand the liberal art faculty is very important because many students of commerce and business management, science and technology, they are opting the courses from the liberal arts. So we can think about, or you can decide about how interdisciplinary opportunities are possible for into that. And then we have to go for engaging the students in the process of better understand their interest and needs regarding the environmental education. If a student of language, literature, approach may be slightly different. If the student is from economics, if the student from sociology, political science, psychology, law, everyone means it's very important looking to the seriousness of this particular topic which is under discussion to develop a student perspective in the context of the environment and sustainability. And that's why we have to see that how we can maintain the interest into that. When you talk about different courses, we have to see that how properly it can be in.
सर जी आप म्यूट हो गए.
Yeah. Rationale for the curriculum integration is preparing our graduate for the future. Then promoting civic engagement. Our liberal arts students are very much involved into the public service related activities, career. So apart from having their own civic engagement, when they work and go into their public services or different services, they can work into that. And obviously, as we talk about fostering interdisciplinary thinking. To us, when we talk about students of liberal arts, as I said, within the liberal art, different disciplines are there. Equipping the students with knowledge and skills to address the complex environmental challenges and lead the sustainable initiatives. So you can prepare your student of economics, environmental economics, we discussed during the commerce and management, sociology, how we can develop a social system, social structure, social initiatives to prevent degradation. We have to talk of political science, what policies are required at the rural level, at urban level, at national level, at functioning levels. So we have to prepare our student for the future. Then empowering students to become active and responsible citizens who can advocate for environmental protection and social equity. And you know everyone that a student of liberal art, as I mentioned, they work in the different fibers, network of business and organizations. They are in the public service, they are in entrepreneurship, they are in industries, they are in business. So you will find the presence of the students of the liberal art in different arrays of career and development. So if we develop within them a active and responsible citizens to advocate for the environmental protection, that is very important. And that is the rationale behind the curriculum integration. And obviously encourage students to adopt a systems thinking approach to make connection between environmental, social, and economic issues. So the system thinking, how is that the environment is going to affect on the society, on the economics, on the business, on the growth, on the health, so and so on. So that system thinking we need to develop. And that is the reason while developing a curriculum of liberal arts with the age of environment and sustainability, you have to think on the future. You have to think on the engaging them for the as a good citizens. And we have to go up developing a system thinking. Again, I'm saying that the liberal art are working in the different domains of business and industry and services. So their knowledge, their abilities are going to contribute to a greater extent. When we talk of this aspect, obviously, one need to see that how we can develop this curriculum. So here, three approaches I'm suggesting: integrating the themes, collaborative approach, and diverse perspective. See, three-dimensional approach. Identify key environmental and sustainable themes that can be woven into the existing courses across the liberal art discipline. This is an interdisciplinary approach of integrating things.
Online, sir. काय खरंय आता ते या.
Please mute, please mute. Yeah. So, this key aspect that when I'm teaching literature, I'm teaching economics, I'm teaching social sciences, everywhere the identify key environment and sustainability themes that can be all together with the existing courses. How we can introduce it in economics, how we can do in political science, how we can do in literature. This is the one approach in curriculum design. Second approach is a collaborative approach. Encourage cross-departmental collaboration to develop interdisciplinary courses and learning experiences. This can be another approach of curriculum design. So you can design, suppose I am a student of science and technology, or I am a student of, say, business and commerce management, and you are the curriculum designing for liberal arts, say, for example, which specific to economics. Then can I design a one course on environmental economics, industrial environment and economics, environment and agricultural economics, collaborative approach. So we have to encourage cross-departmental collaboration to develop these interdisciplinary courses and learning experiences, which will help in the curriculum design of liberal arts. And the third approach in the curriculum design is incorporate diverse perspective, including indigenous and traditional ecological knowledge to enrich the curriculum. So this is where we can, as I mentioned to you, the students across the discipline, they work in a diverse curricular or career prospectus. So is to say that in developing this diverse perspective, you can include the indigenous and traditional ecological knowledge, as well as you can have new innovative knowledge into that. So these three approaches you can design, you can incorporate in the curriculum design for the liberal arts. And you will find not single approach, but all approaches together can also apply. So one approach is integrating the themes. Second is developing curriculum for interdisciplinary. And also, while developing a curriculum, have an experiential learning or project activity which has got a diverse perspective. So this innovative curriculum you can develop into that. And as we discussed in the past of the business management, you can incorporate the experiential learning opportunities. Okay. Field trips, which are very common. You can organize field trips to local environmental sites, nature preserves, or renewable energy facility to provide immersive learning experiences. This is very important. We do take students for the field trips, but now here our focus is on environment, conservation, sustainability, and in that context, especially you can give the experiential learning opportunities for the student by way of organizing field trips. Then internship, service learning. Engage students in community-based projects that address local environmental issues and promote sustainability. My student of sociology, we study the social status in context to the environmental degradation. My sociology student will study the project on the community, how they can be properly saved from the climatic action, climate change. What solutions are there? My economic student will see how the economy is working in the environmental situations. So, engaging our student in community-based project will address local environmental issues and promote sustainability. My dear professors, here, through every approach, we are achieving multi-objectives. One objective is developing a spirit among the student on the environment consciousness towards sustainability. On others say, understanding the society, understanding the current scenario. And third dimension is going for innovative solutions. So these experiential learning opportunities or this curriculum development approach will have this very much to address all these approaches to incorporate the training on education on environment and sustainability. Obviously, here we require to collaborate with local organizations, businesses to create meaningful internships and research opportunities for the student. Again, I need not tell you, as I mentioned you before, huge NGOs are working on the green environment. Huge funding is available nationally and internationally. There are many industries and NGOs. They are giving funding industries to their CSR activities. So again, when we talk about these projects, doctoral projects, postgraduate projects, institutional projects, undergraduate projects, funding projects, and involving the community. So we as the teachers, we as the curriculum designers, we have to adopt such a curriculum design, we will incorporate all stakeholders into this aspect. So whenever we do this, we have to aspect it. It is equally important, my dear professor, that we have to incorporate into, while doing this, a traditional knowledge into that. Respect the tradition. What happens, in this globalization, we are somewhere, we are forgetting the traditional things, isn't it? So recognize and incorporate the valuable insight and practices of indigenous and traditional communities into the curriculum. That's why Indian knowledge system, with a very specific objective under national education policy, we talk about the respecting the tradition. We need to understand how the old tradition was there for cropping pattern, from manufacturing pattern. So everywhere we have to understand, we have to study what was the status of cropping pattern in old days, on the traditional days. Why it is essential to have a specific cropping pattern, watering system, drinking water supply system. Everywhere we have to understand. So please develop through process like Indian knowledge system, the respect for the tradition. Promote a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of human and natural system through multiple worldviews. It's very important. People are forgetting. Here I remember the quote of Sri Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha says, it's very much applicable in the present context. We are developing at a very larger scale. We are not understanding that the rural area, the villages are vanishing, and lot of slums, and there is lot of issues when people are migrating from village for their job, therefore liveliness, to the urban area, to the metro cities. We are developing. Our needs are increasing day by day. We are not thinking about the humanities. We are not thinking about the environment. And here I remember Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha says, "Hey man, please Please mute your mic. 12 number, please mute your mic. Thank you. Gautam Buddha says, "Hey man, hey man, where are you going? Hey man, where are you going? Why you are running? Please, don't fly. Don't fly. Come on the earth. Come on the planet. Look your back. Why you are on this planet? What is the purpose of life? Don't fly." So I think on this occasion, we need to understand the real purpose of life. And we have to understand the humanities. We have to respect the nature. And in that context, we have to go for understanding the connect between human and natural system through the multiple worldviews. It's very important. Is how it is affecting entire worldwide. And that's why we have to incorporate the traditional knowledge. Why the course of Indian knowledge system has made compulsory to our students through national education policy, because we need to understand how the globe was once upon a time, how people used to live, what was their food, what was their clothing, what was their shelter. And liberal art can provide, can design a interdisciplinary course, will create a awareness, the spirit about the nature and environment saving among the student. And there also we have to go for fostering partnership with local communities to co-create educational experiences that honors traditional ecological knowledge. There are so many organizations. They will show you how in the olden days the water supply system was there, what type of handloom cloth were used, what type of cropping pattern was there, what type of manufacturing system was there. Recently, I visited Munnar, a very beautiful city in the state of Kerala. There I have seen Tata Museum, Tata Tea Museum. There they have shown how the tea used to manufacture in those days, what type of the processes they used to follow which were environment friendly. Just an example, just an example. But then we have to go for understanding this type of variety of activity. And I think liberal art can go for designing this type of the aspect. It's very important, which is one of the objectives of liberal art, is fostering critical thinking. When you design a curriculum, you foster the critical thinking among the students of sociology, political science, sociology, economics, psychology, law, languages, because we can solve the problems. Encourage students to apply critical thinking and problem solving skills to complex environmental challenges. My student of sociology, studying the environmental affected society, community, understanding, studying the social status, the social structure, the social development. My student of economics going there and identifying the sources or the solution where their economical status can be developed. My student of political science are coming with different policy initiatives. policy decision, the public administration that is required. My student of language will promote by developing beautiful literature, poems, through their literature, through their poems. So we can solve the problem. So a critical thinking and problem solving that has to be developed among the liberal arts through their curriculum. Ethical consideration, facilitate discussion on ethical implication of environmental decision making and sustainable practices. This is very important. I know in many, not only in the urban area or metro area, even in the rural area, nowadays the citizens are very much conscious about environment conservation. But then, can we develop and facilitate the discussion on the ethical implication of environmental decision making and sustainability practices? In our liberal arts, since, as I told you, they are working in the different corners of careers. They are in industry, they are in business, they are in NGOs, they are in the society. Every year you'll find the graduates are working. And guide students in making connection between environmental issues and broader social, economic, and political context. As I given you one example just now. We have to develop this, and this has to be a part of the curriculum. It doesn't mean that we have to not to teach other courses, but as we discussed, one of the approach is on the integrating the environmental themes into the courses, into the subjects, into the learning experiences, into the internship, into the projects. And that is why how we have to guide the students in making connections between environmental issues and broader social and economic political context into that. When we go into that aspect of fostering critical thinking, that should be one of the aim of your curriculum design. Empowering student engagement, student-led initiatives, awareness and advocacy, and entrepreneurial mindset. We have to support student-driven projects, campaigns, and organizations that address environmental sustainability issues. It is on campus and also in community. This should be made one of the mission, one of the agenda, one of the curriculum delivery strategies of the institutions for the respective curriculum. So student-led initiative. Provide opportunities for students to develop communication and advocacy skills to raise awareness and influence policy decision. It's important. So we have to empower students into that. And obviously, encouraging students to explore entrepreneurial solutions to environmental challenges, fostering innovation and sustainable business practices. So, as a part of project, as I mentioned you sometime before, of one course which we added in our university was design thinking. And this design thinking course across 4 years in liberal arts, in commerce and business management, in science and technology, all faculties, what we did, we offered this design thinking at conceptual level. Then second was an application level. Third was on entrepreneurial level. And fourth one on research and innovation level. Can we have developed, empower students through such type of engagement looking to the environment-friendly solution in different domains. If they are sociology, in social domain, economics, political, language, law, in different disciplines. But empowering student engagement will truly help us in going for this particular type of solution. Overcoming the challenges, obviously, we require institutional support. And that's why I mentioned you the mission and vision of the institute, mission and vision of Department of Liberal Arts is very important, so that securing institutional support and resources to ensure successful integration of environment and sustainability education. It must be one of the mission and a part of vision statement of every program, every department, every institution, and every university. Then this challenge can be overcome. As we discuss, lot of faculty development is important, because we know that in our country we must agree to the fact that we were very disciplinary oriented. And we know in many universities and institutes, only one course of environmental science used to offer. And to an utter surprise, in some universities, even there was no examination for environmental course subject. So now we have to come out and we have to develop faculty, the interdisciplinary faculties we have to develop, so that a professional development opportunity to enhance their knowledge and teaching skill in these areas. And obviously, we have to go for a lot of exploring the funding opportunities. Okay, cultivate the partnership. And as I mentioned you, there are so many agencies those want to give the support and funding to these industries, this type of the projects. We can definitely work on to that. Now, to have a proper, successful integration, the following 3 strategies can be used. Of course, these strategies are applicable to all disciplines, but strategies for successful integration, number is curriculum mapping. Whenever you go back from your training, whenever you have a meeting at university level or institute level or board of studies, or even sometimes I say that if at all we don't go for a new curriculum design as an add-on curriculum, as a value-added curriculum, as it is a requirement for the development, we can go for a curriculum mapping. Conduct a thorough assessment of existing curriculum to identify entry points for integrating environment and sustainability themes. See in which course, wherever possible. So first of all, you have to go for a curricular mapping. So through your board of studies or institutional level, interdisciplinary, you can see and discuss that where we can really integrate the themes of environment and sustainability. Then encourage and support faculty members to incorporate these topics into their courses and research activities. We have to take, as I mentioned you, again and again, the mission and vision for that. And obviously, we have to go for institutional commitment. Secure strong institutional commitment and allocate resources to ensure the long-term sustainability of this initiative. It's very important. That's why again and again I'm saying the vision and mission plays very vital role. So at program level, at department level, institute level, university level, we'll have to go with these various aspects so that we commit further. Looking to the scenario of degradation, you can follow these strategies into that. Friends, if you use these strategies, definitely we can contribute and develop into the curriculum of liberal arts. Please mute your Mr.
Milind Wagh.
Milind Wagh. Mr. Milind Wagh. Mr. Milind Wagh, please mute yourself. Mr. Milind Wagh, please. Thank you so much. Now, we are coming to the third discipline on integrating environment and sustainability in university science curriculum. We just discussed about liberal arts. Those strategies, those examples that can also be used in commerce and business and also in science. Now, science education has to play multiple role in educating the graduates from different discipline to be an interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary member in taking the projects, in designing the curriculum, and also as a science stream, doing innovation, conducting research, quality research, we can add to that. Entire world, my dear professors, find some time. I know that in this program you will get lot of exposure because generally we are so much busy in our day-to-day activities, even our personal, our professional, social career. And when we look to this set of the issues, we hardly get time to discuss. But since you are in this faculty refresher course, you can give some time to yourself, discuss among your all colleagues, those who are connected, that have some contribution. Everyone, as I'm trying my best through education, how we can educate the faculty and student in this area. So when we come to the integrating environment and sustainability in science education, these principles are to be brought into the science curricula because there's a lot of challenge is being faced in the world. So if we incorporate into curriculum, it will have a thorough, we can have a complex interaction between science and society and the natural world. The solutions, strategies and solutions, these are two aspects, like one is concept and principle, then business strategy, educating and all these things, and coming to a specific, finding the solution where science people can add to this. And that's why integrating environment and sustainability into the university science curriculum is very important. Now, the current trend is obviously increasing recognition of the importance of sustainability in science curriculum, interdisciplinary approaches, and emphasizes the hands-on experience learning. This is the present trend which I have observed and I'm also experiencing. But challenge is lack of funding, resistance to change, limited faculty expertise, and difficulties in integrating sustainability across diverse scientific disciplines. Because science is very broad. Like we discussed about liberal arts, similarly science, there's a chemistry, there's a bio aspect, there's so many aspects are there. And looking into that, looking into the physical science, into the biological science, into the chemical science, all these sciences together is a very, very challenging, and we have to integrate all these things into that. And this challenge, of course, through the research and innovation, it is possible. We all know that today's biotech solutions, whatever new technology is developing. Nowadays, when we talk of science, right now in my university, one training is going for the student and faculty, how we can optimize the resources, reduce the resources. So a faculty of physics expert is coming and delivering on the using the mobile applications for doing different experimentations. So it's not only to come out with an environmental solution, but as I said, how we can optimize, how we can reduce. So as a science, I know that many of experimentations have come up. We are reducing the use of chemicals and going for a variety of approaches in the chemical experimentation to reduce the wastage. But still we need to work hard. Now, to bring this aspect into the curriculum with present trends and challenges, we need to integrate across the discipline. Explore the impact of human activities on ecosystem and biodiversity. My biology students of UG, PG research can focus onto that across the discipline. My chemistry student can investigate sustainable materials, renewable energy, and green chemistry principle. Doesn't mean that work has been done in this area. But then what is important is integrating. And obviously, for the engineering students, designing the sustainable infrastructure, renewable energy system, and waste management solution. So, integrating the environmental science across the discipline is where we have to work into the aspect of the aspect of curriculum design and development. So we have to somewhere discipline specific, somewhere interdisciplinary. We need to work in such a fashion that we can get an approach of finding the solution into that. Now, we can, as I mentioned to you, to begin with the institute, how we can incorporate sustainability practices in laboratory and field work. Okay. This is the area where we have to work on to this. Waste reduction. Implement zero waste practices. Minimize single-use plastics and recycle laboratory materials. Lot of tools, lot of equipment, lot of examples are available. We need to search for that. You have to collect and you have to develop and aware the people so that we can reduce the waste. Use energy efficient equipment. Optimize resource consumption and incorporate renewable energy sources. This is what we have to practice. Unless and until we practice, it won't be possible to work. And the third is minimize environmental impact during field research, protect natural habitat, and promote conservation efforts. I know there are a lot of government circulars, different councils have issued, so that we should not use animals for the experimentation. We should not protect the natural habitat, and we should promote the conservation efforts. And that's why a lot of the studies, DNA studies which are happening, lot of AI applications which are happening, a lot of optimization techniques which are taking, various experimentation techniques are taking, that we need to incorporate into the practices in the laboratory and field work. So to begin with, contribution of conservation of environment and sustainability, these can be started. So a journey of the 1,000 miles begin with first step. That first step can happen in our institution. Many of you must be practicing. Otherwise, we have to take the knowledge of this and we can work into that. Then fostering critical thinking and problem solving skill for sustainability is very important. I discussed this point during liberal arts. But when we talk about science education, encouraging students to think critically, creatively, and develop innovative solutions to sustainability challenges. We have to work on to that. For example, as I mentioned to you that how we can save the water, how the water wastage can be properly recycled, what chemicals can be possible. So this type of the critical thinking is very important. Data analysis. Teach students to use data-driven approaches to assess the environmental impact of their work. While doing the research, while undertaking the field work, while teaching the courses, we have to incorporate this aspect. And obviously, we have to have a collaborate interdisciplinary to develop and address these issues to the students so that multiple issues can be addressed in properly. So fostering critical thinking and problem solving. We teach physics, we teach chemistry, we teach biology. We also teach a specific branch of the biology, botany and zoology. But then developing this, fostering this critical thinking ability and problem solving has to be brought into the curriculum. And that's why under NEP also, not only for the science, we are going for a sort of a honors program where research is being incorporated in the final year. Experiential learning and community engagement for environmental stewardship. So service learning, let them work on the hands-on project which address the local environmental challenges and promote community sustainability. It means once upon a time, you used to define quality research such a way. The similar way, a quality learning has to develop, which will help and give some tangible effect, tangible results. Field trips, internship. So we need to go with the real life world experiences on environment organization. This may be a common for the all disciplines. 35, please mute your mic. Roll number 35, please mute your mic. Thank you. So this experiential learning we have to practice either biology, in chemistry, in physics, in mathematics, in engineering and technology, so that we get a real understanding of the world. Now, when we talk about this sustainability solution, it's very important for the science student equally, developing sustainable campus initiatives and living laboratories. Solar panels, wind turbines, geothermal systems to power campus facilities. Can we do the research? Can we do the innovations into that? Energy efficient, sustainable design and construction of campus building. For the green building, we can do that. So developing sustainable campus can be an initiative. Then comprehensive recycling, composting and waste reduction programs for waste management and protecting and restoring natural habitat on campus to support local ecosystem, the biodiversity conservation. So even the science student can take initiative locally into the campus, having living laboratory This can be a best practice. Every one of you can think of, and this is irrespective of my science teachers, my teachers from commerce and business management, liberal art can think on this solution which can contribute into that. And obviously, we have to prepare students for career in environmental science and sustainability. Because there is lot of career pathways in policy making, sustainable urban planning. Nowadays, we talk about smart cities, renewable energies, and environmental education. Huge opportunities are there. And obviously, there we require skill development. So critical thinking, data analysis, project management, communication, and interdisciplinary collaboration. These skills need to be developed through curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular activity. And for that, we have to have a good connect, networking, and mentorship. So connecting students with industries and professionals, alumni with sustainability focused organization is must. That will contribute in the curriculum design, development, and implementation. And two words, as I mentioned you, science people can add to the direct solution to the problem to this aspect. And hence, towards a holistic and impactful science education, we can work in the environment and sustainability through the science curriculum so that it can empower the future generations and leaders for the development. So here we have to work on to that. So friends, if we see in this context of different discipline that we have seen, if we take a global perspective, we discuss about the various aspects. We discuss about the various aspects with very starting with the what is present context, what is situation. Then how university as a whole can do it. Then coming to the commerce and business management, to the liberal art, to the science. Then just quickly understand how the environment and sustainability in higher education is, what is the global perspective. Quickly, I'm not going to focus on to that. I'm not going to have more discussion onto that, but the trends are there that integrating environment and sustainability across the discipline. Interdisciplinary courses are offered. There is one of the major sustainability measure. Many leading universities now offer specialized sustainability degree program, equipping students with the knowledge and skills to drive the change. Then there are campus living labs, which we just discussed some time before. Universities are using their own campuses as a living labs for students to apply sustainability principles and real world setting. This is happening across the world. Also in India, I know many institutions are using living lab concept into that. And innovative interdisciplinary courses are developed with a blend of environmental science, policy, etc., etc. Core concepts are developed. In many cases, foundational courses are there. There are courses on climate change. There are courses on system thinking and sustainability principle. These are the trend globally. Then specialized courses are there to dive deep into issues like renewable energies, sustainable cities, environmental justice, and many more. And lot of interdisciplinary projects are taking. This is the situation globally in different universities and institutions. Why I'm showing this slide? So that we can take few lessons from all these things. Lot of universities are using real world experience at business, non-profits, and government agencies on focusing on sustainability through internship. There are service learning courses, and there are lot of competitions, hackathons, and task students with developing innovative solutions so that a global sustainability issues can be properly discussed. Of course, there are barriers which are being implemented in in the universities, silo departments, overcoming the traditional discipline boundaries to foster interdisciplinary collaboration. These are challenges everywhere. Lack of resources, securing adequate funding, facilities, and personnel to support the robust resistance to change everywhere, and challenges inspiring students to actively participate and champion the sustainability efforts on campus. These are the barriers. Not in our country, not in our institution, everywhere there, but we have to come and work onto that. So the best practices from sustainable universities, innovative curriculum, integrate sustainability learning outcomes across discipline, and offer specialized degree programs. This is globally showing. I'm showing, my dear professor, the global practices, how they are being done. Okay. Then prioritize interdisciplinary research that address complex environmental and social changes, not only science graduate, but social sciences, economics, science and technology, commerce and business management, they are doing the sustainability research. Sustainable campus, green building design, waste reduction, renewable energy, these are there, and lot of community engagement. These are the best practices which are followed into that. There are a lot of faculty development initiatives. One on sustainability literacy, which provide training to help faculty understand key environment and sustainability concept and then relevance across the discipline. Then facilitate cross-department partnership to co-develop innovative solution-oriented curriculum and equip faculty with active learning techniques and project-based method to engage students. So a lot of pedagogy transformation is happening globally because, as I told you in the beginning, this is not the problem of our country. There's a global. And Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we have to work all together as a family to save the world, to save the planet. And in this court, how the people are working into that. And the future of the environment and sustainability education is a systematic thinking. Empowering students to analyze complex, interconnected environment and social challenges. Transdisciplinary solutions, cultivating the ability to collaborate across discipline and sector to develop holistic solutions. Then, spirit of global citizen, nurturing a sense of global responsibility, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, an agency to address sustainability issues worldwide. My single contribution is going to save the planet. This sort of the spirit we need to develop among the students, among each and every of our act. And lifelong learning is being a passion for continuous learning and adaptation to keep pace with the rapidly changing world. A lot of solutions are coming into that. In this world, we have to work. Friends, obviously, we have seen discipline-wise, we have seen global perspectives, we have seen current status. A quick look to what should be the curriculum delivery strategies. The institute and university have to play a very crucial role in addressing the global environment challenge by integrating sustainability and environmental concept across academic discipline. Now we'll see how we can quickly aspect into that. Interdisciplinary approach. We all can think of that. All my faculty members from different discipline can in conclusion can view to these slides. Integrating environmental concept across discipline, breadth of knowledge, incorporating environmental themes into courses across the curriculum, expose students to multifaceted nature, critical thinking, collaborative learning. These approaches can be used. We can have a cross-departmental courses, develop team-taught courses that combine expertise from multiple disciplines. As I've given you one example, the student of science, social science, and commerce and business management, can we have a cross-departmental courses like industrial economics and environment, social economics and environment, so on and so on. Joint research projects. We have to encourage faculty members to collaborate on sustainability-focused research and publications. Interdepartmental workshops. Host workshops and training sessions to help professors integrate environmental themes into their curriculum. I remember your Department of Environmental Science, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, is inviting me in many environmental related programs. We discuss. We all need to really implement this into the real sense. We have to go for assignment. Can we incorporate environmental theme into the course assignment? This can be one approach. Some case studies, assign case studies that explore real-world environment issues and solution. Research paper, require students to write research papers on topics related to sustainability and the environment. Challenge students to develop innovative solutions to the environmental problems through design project, and encourage students to participate in service learning projects with local environmental organizations. So this community engagement that we have to follow into that. Seminars we are doing, but hosting guest lectures and workshop, visiting expert, interdisciplinary panels, hands-on workshop, student presentation, these all we need to try looking to the seriousness of the issue. This is beyond education. As I said sometime before, the education is not a degree certificate, it is a purpose of life. And so, as we educate students on different knowledge, skills, and attitudes in their domain, in interdisciplinary, similarly now, like water is important to us, environment is very important. So various activity, we have to go into that. We have to encourage a student-led sustainability projects. Campus sustainability, which I have shown to you, renewable energy, ecological restoration, tree plantation initiatives, habitat restoration projects that can be conducted, and obviously lot of community research is we can do into that. And this is required a community development into the aspect of partnering with the local organization for outreach. We need to develop this environmental club, or rather, I will say sustainability clubs of a interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary nature, and work on the quality project, on need-driven projects, and to finding the solution. So identifying the needs, establishing the partnership, and involving students into that is going to work into that. And as I said, we have to go for a faculty development training. Okay. So on curriculum integration, how we can integrate curriculum into that. So we have to provide a guidance on how to incorporate environmental themes in the concept into the existing courses. No doubt, in the present today's session, I have tried to give you some clues, some insight into that, but yes, we require some more. Pedagogical approaches, a holistic approach, research opportunities, and funding and resources, many things that we have to go along with the campus initiative. So energy efficiency, waste management, sustainable landscape, these are the unique and common strategies that we can use into that. So friends, to conclude, the importance of holistic environmental education, by adopting an interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach to environmental education, institute, universities can empower students to become agents for positive change, equipped with knowledge, skill, and passion to address the pressing environmental challenges of our time. And all through this initiative of curriculum design and development, the pedagogy, the outreach activity, we can take the real objective of National Education Policy 2020 to save the environment, to save the planet, to save the future generation. I once again thank you all for your very sincere and very active listening to this 3-hour session. Thanks to you all. Thanks to the HRDC, Dr. Bandela sir, Dr. Rafe sir, and the HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad, and University Grant Commission for giving this opportunity to deliver a talk on very important topic of environment and sustainability. I know that we are almost finished the time, but we have a 2 minutes time to ask question and answer. I hope I was not speedily going. You were with me and hope the message is conveyed to you. Over to you for some questions and answers quickly. Yes? Any questions?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. Yes, please.
Sir, you can ask questions, sir. Roll number 12.
Okay, if no questions, once again, thanks to one and all, and even to Dr. Bandela sir and Dr. Rafe sir for giving me the opportunity. I have given one talk on the, it is available on the Google. You can see on one YouTube on the sustainability, because I'm working on the sustainability, environment and sustainability from many years together, and we all together can work in future. Okay, thank you so much. Over to you. Yes, sir.
थैंक्स किसके तरफ है वो कम करो
Sir, 43. Can you?
जी सर.
Please present.
ओके सर. ओके. Okay, sir.
No thanks is required. Thank you so much. I think there's some sound problem.
No, sir, sound is okay.
Okay, okay. Please go
Sorry
ahead.
for delay. Okay, sir, good afternoon. Okay, sir, good afternoon to all of you. And this is Dr. Puran Singh Khati, Assistant Professor in Chemistry, Government Degree College, Doiwala, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India. Sir, on behalf of all participants, especially who are doing refresher course from this from Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, UGC HRDC, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Actually, sir, I take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks to our today's honorable eminent speaker, Dr. AJIT THETE, Director of Center for Development of Leadership in Education. Sir, today, we got to know many things about environmental science, our atmosphere, and as well as NEP 2020, and many more things, sir. And you have discussed all the topics in different field, whether it is science, physics, economics, or mathematics. And beside this, you told us regarding many things, like, you know, about reduce, reuse, and recycle. And sir, definitely in our life, we will try to use all these things in our practical life and in our day-to-day life also. And sir, and also we'll try to contribute all these things to maintain the sustainable development, not only of the country, as well as our society. And thank you, sir, for you having with us today, enlightening us with your deep knowledge regarding environmental science and sustainability. And NEP 2020 means, sir, the important thing, as far as my knowledge is concerned, or as far as my experience is concerned, you told us that you have to use sustainable environment in every topic. Like you said, in economics, environmental sustainability. Similarly, in humanities, in many more things, sir. In a nutshell, I would like to say we learned a lot of new things from you, sir. And at the last, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude and indebtedness to our respected Vice Chancellor, sir, and Director of this UGC, Dr. S.S. Patil, sir, Assistant Director, sir, and all the members of organizing committee, and as well as all the highly technocrats, and all my my fellow. Thank you very much once again. Thanks to all. Really, sir, you delivered a wonderful session today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. See you.
Thank you, sir.
ब्लू मीटिंग का सर